How many people are here for coyotes? From coyote. See, I knew there'd be coyote people here too. I know there'd be coyote people here too. By the way, Bob Mesa and the Mercy Hills Neighborhood Watch have been documenting an increasing number of coyote sightings in their neighborhoods. I don't know what your areas are like, and there's been a lot of concern that coyotes apparently have lost their fear of humans. So we have a lot of neighborhoods that have easements in the left in their natural state or border open space, and that enabling coyotes to search for food in residential areas. Now, when they asked me to go do some research on this, and they're going to probably be watching this video, I was surprised when I started searching on it how much of this information was available. I mean, all over the country that this subject is being brought up. And so I started looking at newspaper articles going backwards. And I found that in Arcadia this year, the residents complained about animals becoming bolder and roaming in their yards and attacking cats and dogs. I personally believe the reason is because they're no longer fearful of humans, because they know that humans are not going to attack them. It's kind of like going deer hunting and seeing all ladies because they know that it's the wrong season. I don't know how they know that, but they seem to do. Their major concern also is about their losing their fear of humans. And after they started coyote trapping, and coyote trapping doesn't mean trap a coyote, let it go. We'll talk about that in a minute. It drew protests from outside the city. Of course, we probably have animal rights groups of people who don't live there, and caused the council to cave and suspend their trapping program. This is exactly what I mean when I say you have the power if you want to go with enough people to the council and put enough pressure on them. This gentleman has trapped coyotes, and he traps coyotes using a snare, a cable that locks around the coyote's neck. Coyotes are then euthanized and with a lethal injection and disposed properly because California state law prohibits relocating them. Doesn't prohibit trapping them and killing them, but it prohibits relocating them. And this was in the Sacramento Bee on February the 21st, 2011. So I worked my way backwards. West Hollywood. West Hollywood would be a place I would think would be, is about as urban can be, right? Well, that's true, the Hollywood Hills. And I used to live in the Hollywood Hills. The City of West Hollywood issued a warning late last week for residents to take extra precautions to keep the coyotes at bay. This was in June 30th, 2011, just recently. And what they're claiming is that the summer months are a part of their breeding time, and they need to feed their family, which prompts them to come out of the hills and scavenge in urban areas. So last year there were 4 sightings of coyotes reported in West Hollywood, and so it's all over the area. Then the LA Times, Long Beach. Now there's no Hollywood Hills by Long Beach, is there? Residents fears the coyotes are shifting their territory in her neighborhood. She had a cat killed in her yard. This was in 2009. But this is not a new problem, and I was working my way backwards. There's just tons of this stuff out online. But I thought this was very interesting. Coyote attacks an increasing suburban problem. Research by a gentleman in 2004 detailing coyote attacks on humans and other human safety incidents that occurred since 1970s, 89 occurrences. Not a problem as long as you're not one of the 89. That's kind of the way it works, Management of urban coyotes and humans in Southern California go back to the research done in 1998, and they had a paper dealing with 53 attacks by humans and other human-related incidents occurring between 88 and 97. So this is not new, and this is not a new problem, and it's not necessarily something that you can just turn your head away from. So it is a serious problem. For those in that are experiencing it now. I would hate to think that we're going to wait until there's a Santa Clarita tragedy before we take action. I would hate to think that it would be an article in the paper about a young child being called away that would make somebody do something. So here again, for those of you from Mr. Mesa's Neighborhood Watch, you need to get to the council and let you know your concerns and then demand action. There's other than that, that's the only option you have. But it is legal. It is legal if we can get the council to do it, to trap them and dispose of them. Yes, ma'am.
Al, actually, we have had several incidences in the past. Jeff Lambert, who was planning director at the time, lost 2 of his dachshunds in the Circle J area. And I can tell you for a fact, I was just at the Winter Ferdman site tour, about 2 weeks ago, and we saw 3 coyotes on the site just scattering around the hills. So we do have a local presence of coyotes. So it is only a matter of time until it's human versus coyote.
And I would hate for the city of Santa Clarita to do business like the FAA and wait for blood to be spilled before you improve the situation.